So I thought I would just say a little bit today because it might be a question you're wondering, why do I put together so many posts on a religious theme? And that's because I have quite a strong faith. It's kind of the bedrock of my being, really. And on this channel, I like to, among other things, explore both for myself, but hopefully to offer some thoughts and what has come to me to others, possible uh, insights or suggestions that might be helpful for those of us who struggle sometimes with our sexuality and our faith. There seems to be, perhaps, if we interpret certain scriptures, certain teachings, a contradiction. And indeed, we may feel that what we are doing is deeply sinful and abominable. Now, I am actually planning a little series of videos. It's something I've been reflecting on quite a lot recently, on that whole subject of abomination and sexuality and faith, essentially. So kind of watch this space on this channel. I'm hoping to post a few there. What I would say, for those who wonder what my authority is, well, I would say I'm just a normal blogger. I spent a couple of years part-time in an interfaith seminary. I've written, 4 or 5 books on spirituality topics, which took quite a bit of research. And my own practice in meditation and prayer is very committed. So I am meditating for at least 20 minutes twice a day. I also host regular meditations, activities at my local Methodist church, intercession groups, a weekly vigil. I've taken time on fasting retreats and, just really try to explore and be open to my ongoing spiritual inquiry. But I absolutely would never pretend that I know the answer. And certainly I wouldn't wish to impose my view and expect others to necessarily believe it just because I can quote scriptures or whatever. They can do the same to me, and they often do. So we all have to find our own truth in what is speaking to us. And that takes time. Usually it takes time to meditate and to pray. So what I'm offering is just what's come to me, which may or may not resonate with you. I have been growing in my own faith, which is not mainstream Christianity. It's founded on mainstream Christianity, but it's moved very much into the mystical area and Judaic mysticism, and particularly drawing on the teachings, the truths, which I see in other faiths as well, other faith traditions, usually saying exactly the same thing, but in very different ways. So my concepts around things like eternal life, salvation, they're not different in one sense from perhaps mainstream teaching, but they are, they've added another layer for me. So that's where I come from, really. What I would say is that it doesn't really matter, I don't think, if you are a person who is struggling with their faith and has a, let's call it a mainstream set of beliefs, in terms of potentially being able to be struck by something I say. And it may be by things that I say, reflections of my own, that you do not agree with, that something chimes, that something gets revealed through that. But I just try to root what I say in what I understand, but without pretending that I'm offering an answer. It's all about exploring and trying to understand. And I think, as I say, even if we come from different faith traditions or have different interpretations or beliefs about what particular scriptures say, for example, within a single tradition, we can still learn from each other. That's really the point here. I just thought I should mention this because maybe it is a question you might be asking, who on earth is this guy? I do spend an awful lot of time studying, meditating, praying. I have taken a 2-year seminary course in interfaith ministry. I am quite deeply involved in my own inquiry, but it is evolving, it is imperfect. I will make a lot of mistakes in my own judgments. They will grow, and probably change over time. But hopefully, if we're all on a learning experience and we're all open to connecting with the God of our own understanding and allowing spirit within us to speak and reveal, we will come to our own truth.